Sometimes great friendships can lead to great collaborations, and this duo of Katrina Kaif and Ali Abbas Zafar is the perfect example. If I play the devil's advocate here and say, so if you see Ali sort of bonding more with Salman, the possessive friend in you doesn't feel like, that's okay.
You're a very smart girl, huh? I've felt this before, but until today I've not realized how smart
Katrina,
you are.
I always thought you told me I'm smart.
I did, but today I realized you're extra specially smart because
Thank you, Katrina.
that is honestly what happens.
That is why, isn't
Yes.
it? That does happen, isn't
Yes,
it?
it
That is why we
does.
get
You're
along,
right.
Katrina.
Yeah.
So you do feel a little...
I'm like, oh, okay, fine. So much happiness will come when Salman comes on set. So much happiness. And we've been on set since the morning and he'll be nice and in a good mood, but pleasant. When Salman comes, there's extra happiness. So sometimes, I think me and even like some of the team, the crew that works on the film would be like, Ali's so happy with everyone else. But then you realize that, it's also because he knows us better.
Yeah.
You don't have to
be perky all the time.
You can just be yourself.
So she just said, maybe you're not that happy and you're just like pretending for the world peace to pretend.
Yes.
Is that what's happening? Kya ye sachai hai, or is there a different picture to it from your side?
No, I think she's absolutely right. Being friends and working together is a very touchy topic. I don't want to show you some SMSs that I have from
We can discuss it later for sure.
later,
I'd love to see
because
it.
I think that will go through severe censorship. But I would say, now because I think we've been friends for almost 11 years and we talk almost every day. So somewhere or the other, when people say that, she looks very comfortable on camera when she's with you, comes a lot from, because I think there is a lot of trust between both of us when we work. Also, I just feel that when you're working with friends, and now that is happening even with Mr. Khan, it's like that there is a certain expectations from an audience, and you have to continuously up those expectations. So it's not like today, if you've done Brother Ki Dulhan, Tiger and Bharat, now next film I do with her, at least that role has to stand up to the expectation that people will have from that film. I think her work has immensely grown from the time we worked in my first film, which I keep saying that a lot of our work comes from our personal experiences. My work, whether it's her work or me, even you see actors like Akshay Kumar, Ajay Devgan, Salman, Shah Rukh, Amir, all their work has only grown because the kind of experiences they've had in their lives, and that starts showing on the screen. I think it's great time right now to work with people with the kind of content that is coming out, and we all are working hard because it's become, we're not even only competing with Indian films anymore, we're competing with international films in India.
I agree.
So that's a good approach. Coming back to being friends, it's a very thin line that you walk, very, very thin line.
He sees more con though.
No, I don't see any con in that. I think it's
pros are more though, right?
Yeah. But it's a good day. It's like you being in a relationship. Every day is a new day.
I'd like to say on that note, the interview started by saying we feel like we're in a reception, and now that he said it feels like a relationship already.
Yeah.
There you go. But, on that note, you very rightly said that I think personal experiences help a person also grow as an actor, right? And I feel that in the past few years, and it's not that she's always been a very witty, vocal person. And I remember Katrina saying this at the press conference, saying that, Kabir, and I'm sure you also come in that same category, that Kabir is one of the few directors who likes to hear me talk.
Past tense.
Touchy!
No, not in that sense. Liked as in, at that point, he was one of the first directors.
Well, I thought you were like,
Well, when she was talking, I was
No.
slightly laughing behind, but that's okay.
You were?
He was the first AD on
I was the
set.
first
Oh,
lady.
of course.
And I used to say, how much does she talk, man?
Yes, see,
What is
that's
she-
the difference.
What does she have for breakfast?
But she was very,
Roast.
like she said it very with a sense of like, obviously she was being witty, and she said it like among the very few directors and men who actually like hearing me talk.
He's a very broad-minded person, and
Who?
Yeah.
Kabir.
Yeah.
She like who?
Yeah.
And the reason I brought that up is also that I see that, but now I feel that she's always been vocal, but that voice sort of comes out very clearly now in Katrina.
She's always been vocal.
I think she has been. It's just that she's been, like, you will see a rare interview of hers pop out here and there. about being vocal, but now I feel she's more.
I feel that unless you're doing interviews for film,
Yeah.
where you're specifically asking me a question, I'm answering it. I feel you should only speak if you have something to say.
Fair enough.
That's why she's on Instagram but not on Twitter.
But I also know for that matter that you are planning to come on Twitter. Are you almost convinced?
No, it's not a convincing thing. It's just that I feel it took me so long to come onto social media in general. So it took me so long to come onto Facebook and then Insta. And the fact, had I joined Twitter when I joined Insta, I would have had no problem. But the fact that I didn't, now I think it's too late. Like now I think...
Really?
Not too late, but I think now it's so... Now to join Twitter is like...
She's gonna come on Twitter, I'm telling you.
You have a feeling,
100%.
No, but why were you so surprised when I said she's always been vocal? You feel like she's been more, now you feel she's more vocal?
No, I just feel, see, the thing is with Katrina, one good thing about her is that what she feels is what she says.
Yeah.
At times you can get irritated with that, but she is not going to stop. And she's same with everyone, whether it's Aditya Chopra, whether it's Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, me, Anand Rai, Zoya, she's vocal about everything.
Yeah.
But at least that's a good thing because someone is questioning something
Correct.
rather than people just being silent about it.
This fandom around Salman and Katrina in any film is just crazy. And this has obviously now been so many films together. And there is a lot, I remember even when you came for the trailer, I remember you saying that you have to show the romance, make it realistic, but make it look different. And that's the challenge, right? Like, okay, you know that they're going to meet, but how am I going to make it feel like they're meeting again for literally the first time? And of course, it doesn't help when everybody on, everywhere else, whether you meet them and on internet and on Twitter, which Katrina might join as well, are having these hashtags and like Salman and Katrina, a lot of them wishing that they get married eventually. It's crazy. Katrina, do you see all of that? It sort of is sometimes you feel like...
You see this, I have seen this happen a lot. When you have people who have made successful on-screen couples, there's a lot of nostalgia attached to that.
Yeah.
Like even when we watch people and we're used to seeing them on screen, you have a certain association and a connection with that. I think all comments are all said in jest and that's nice and that's very sweet. But I think the most important thing is what Ali said, is that both Salman and me, and of course, Ali is been the director of our last 2 films together, are super, super conscious that we can't let the audience down. And that we're very conscious that the people coming in to see this film have already seen us together in multiple films, and we need to give them something new in this film. But just to give someone something new in itself doesn't really have a meaning in it. For me, that will come if the script is good. It's actually very simple. Like we talk about it very fancily, but the basics are the same. Is the story right? Is the story engaging? In this film, I'll tell you honestly, a lot has been said about it and many jokes have been made about it and jest and everything. But the truth is that I think I'm really, really lucky in this film that first it was Priyanka in the film, because Ali wrote the character even subconsciously. He wrote it and he narrated it to Priyanka, and he had that in mind. So when I did step into the film, he had not written this for me. Because even subconsciously,
Priyanka.
Subconsciously, sometimes he might be knowing, okay, I'm writing it for Katrina, and he'll craft it in a way which instinctively he pulls him toward,
like the traits coming.
Yes.
But I'm going to disagree on that only for a fact that when I wrote the character on paper, I didn't even write it for Priyanka. I just wrote that character because Kumud's character, which is what Katrina plays now, is a very strong character in Bharat. Okay, so I wrote that in a Salman Khan film, I'm writing a character which is always 20 on Salman. मतलब वो हमेशा भारी है सलमान के किरदार पे. That's why she's called Madam Sir. Oh, yes, because I was coming out of Tiger, so I wanted to take it to Priyanka because I thought it will be a break, not seeing Salman Katrina. And she always used to joke that you see, it's going to come to me. And I used to say, yeah, Katrina, I was giving her attitude. Yeah, I'm going to. And she was, she was giving full vibes. And this is like, I'm telling you, this is on the success press conference of, I think, Tiger. Both Salman sir and I were standing, and she was standing, and she said, you know.
If I
you
said that, then I'm really psychic.
Yeah, you
I
are
don't remember
psychic.
saying
You
this.
are
I don't
psychic.
remember saying this, I
You are full
swear.
psychic on this, but you know, eventually, and the first thing that I told her when I sent the script also, Katrina, we are not changing anything on this. So you have to read it and see if this fits to your strengths.
Like adapt.
Yes,
You adapt.
I'm not going to change anything, you know.
Because you were sure of what you wanted.
Yes, and the thing is, even when I write a character for SK, which is Salman sir, it's very important that I first write it without keeping him in mind. Because if as a writer you are thinking of an actor, then you have already lost 20% of newness of your character. Because that 20%, you know, one is basic character writing, one is that you then write something which the star has never played.
Yeah.
You know. Then you cast an actor and automatically then you will start adapting it for that star. I personally feel that now when I see the film with Katrina, it's newer. You know, when everyone reacted to her in the trailer, why it's new is because you've not seen her like that ever. You know, speak in that kind of Hindi, wearing a simple Georgette sari, no makeup zone, curly hair. Which was basically her idea to have that hairstyle. Yes, so that is the newness. So now when you come and see a Salman Katrina film together, there are lot of boundaries which are already broken at the script level and the way we've pitched it. That's why I said that it's very difficult to write a love scene because, you know, as soon as Salman will look at her, automatically audience know, yaar, yahan pe to koi connection hone wala hai. And to break that realm in a reality of a film is very, very difficult. That was a conscious thing that we wanted, and I think the way we've achieved it is that I think we are fortunate to have her on board for Bharat.
You know that when you have a Salman Khan film, most of his films do not have that of a strong female character because the focus is usually around you know, the heroics of the character and pandering to the audience that you are per se. Now for you to also bring that in and you know, sometimes it's said that you know, he usually is okay because it's Katrina and she knows that she'll pull it off when
But
it's a
sorry,
character
I
like
think
that.
also, just to interrupt you there, I think that Ali's always maintained that even with Sultan, if you see Sultan, I think it's one of Anushka's finest performances actually.
And even Brother Ki Dulan.
Yeah. No,
Means-
see, there, like,
there she was the central
but
character.
it's to do with that. I think
I don't
somewhere.
think he sees women like that.
Yes, and I've been.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, I think I've been surrounded with very strong women around me.
Yeah.
Whether it was my mom, who was a government school teacher, whether it's my aunts, whether it's my friends, whether it's people I work with right now, I think the way you look at women, somewhere or the other, that consciously becomes a part of your writing and comes into the film. And I think I've been fortunate enough that Salman sir has never questioned that in my film.
Yeah.
You know, in Sultan, Anushka slaps him, you know, which rarely happens in a Salman Khan
Yeah.
film. You know,
That doesn't happen.
in Bharat, there is heavy duty confrontation between Katrina and Salman, where Salman always looks up to her character because that's how it's supposed to be in the film, and it's magical. And same in Tiger Zinda. I mean, it's
You
like
feel the ego also is less, right? Because she
I don't think so. Salman has that ego when it comes to see
To a good script.
Yes,
He respects a good
yes.
script.
Yeah.
I think somewhere or the other, he's surrounded by.
a good filmmaker.
And he's surrounded with strong women, you know, whether it's Salma auntie, whether it's Helen auntie, whether it's his sisters. You know, in that house, there are really strong women around him, which very few people will know. But you know, he really listens to all of them in whatever he's doing in his life. So I personally think that he believes that whenever there is a good context, he's always open to that side, and I think we've experienced that.
does he listen to you as well among the strong women around him? Sometimes.
He listens when I mean, it'll sound funny the way I'm going to say it. He listens when my point is valid, and it sounds funny. It sounds funny me saying that. Yes, my point is valid
All the time.
But it honestly is valid most of the time. Primarily because when we are in discussion, mostly on set and all that, especially on Bharat, since we're talking about this journey.
Yeah.
I will have been there longer in the day. We will have already discussed everything. And also when I see him, he comes on set for a little less time than I would normally be on set in the full day. I'll make sure that what I'm saying also has a point. I
Sure.
won't just talk for the sake of talking like we just discussed. So yes, if he does, Salman listens if you give him the correct.
No, but he listens. He listens to everyone. That is his. That's a different thing. What he will eventually do with it, but he listens to everyone.
Sure.
And in the rarest of moment when I've seen him silently listening to a lot of things with full concentration is when great Katrina Kaif is speaking.
See?
This is not true.
Yeah.
This is not true.
He goes.
You just said it.
Yeah,
How can you deny
and
this?
it happens in 3 phases. It starts with then he starts chewing his collar.
He is no longer listening at this point.
So there you are. The
Yes.
three stages of acceptance and listening to Katrina. Katrina, I read a lot of interviews where you've, few actually, where you've been very clear about how you want young girls to look up to you, to take inspiration of where you came out of your breakup with Ranbir. And I recently read this, and where you've said about the fact that, I mean, I might not show how I dealt with it, but I dealt with it. Everybody has to deal with it in some way or the other. But what I got out of it is what I'm going to carry forward, is what you meant with everything that you said. Is that how it is? Did it actually, when your thought process is that clear, does that really help you in moving on quickly or moving on to a better side?
You know what I think? I think I didn't. It wasn't quite put like that. I don't want girls to look up to me. I don't have
they
that.
do look up to you.
I don't have that opinion of myself that I think anyone should look up to me.
Let me correct it. I think what I meant is they look up to you. You are an icon and
I
they
think
look up to you.
what I think probably what I meant to say out of that was, if anything in my life, because I chose to be a public figure.
Yeah.
If you're an actor, you are a public figure. And if you're going to be in the film industry, you're putting yourself and your life in the public's eye. That is
Sure.
the way it is.
Sure.
Some people choose not to. I chose to do it. So if I am in the public eye, I do hope that the good and the perhaps difficult times in my life can be of use to somebody else. Because I know when some of the times you're speaking about, when those things happened in my life, it was other people and their experiences and things that they wrote or in something I read in their interviews that did help me. And this is even some of my own colleagues, where I would read something they said in an interview and I would think and go, oh, so this person must be experiencing the same thing, or this, she's also gone through something like this. And you realize that so many people have gone through it, and the fact that you're not alone and you haven't been alone in that experience, it gives you that strength.
Sure.
It makes you understand that it's not just you, because oftentimes we dramatize what happens in our own life. Everyone's life is tough, and if anything that I do or anything that happens to me can be of use or be of help to someone else or someone who's reading or watching something of mine, then I think that that's a wonderful thing.
I think very well put, isn't it? I think I don't
think I'm going to write a book about this.
But it's amazing. One day, probably you can make a
See?
film one day on a biopic on Katrina.
See this?
But
How do you know that I'm making that next?
You heard it here.
Yeah. No, but the rule is that Katrina is going to play Katrina in the film. That's the clause.
So I hear Kangna also is playing Kangna in her biopic. So it's possible.
Sorry, Ali. Too late.
Cut.
But
Cut,
you
cut,
still
cut.
can. There is hope. There is hope. But what the funniest part is, I'm going to end it and wrap it in 5 minutes as well. What the funniest part is, I think I really, really liked it when she came out and said, I'm totally enjoying being single right now. But everybody else, though, I think wants me to be in a relationship. Isn't it?
Is that true, Katrina?
Which part?
Tell
That
okay.
you're happy being single?
I'll tell you the truth. And because
Okay.
you're such a good friend of mine,
Yeah.
and because I love you so much, and because you're wearing a beautiful dress today,
This
and I
is
really
inspired
love
from you.
yellow, I'll tell you the truth. I am happy.
There you go.
See, she's glowing.
She's happy.
Yeah.
So
There's no reason to it. There's no before and after and minus and this. I'm happy.
you're in a good space.
I'm happy, and I think that life is wonderful. And
Ali is
we're
like-
extremely. No. That's his yes thing. That
This is
means-
my yes all the time.
That means
So
that means
confusing.
बहुत
This is
ज़्यादा.
like-
I mean, this means that it's too much. It's too
ज़्यादा
much. Yeah, I think I'm extremely, honestly, genuinely happy
I'm happy.
about the experience that this whole film has been and what's coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited for the
Yeah,
audience to
yeah,
see it.
yeah.
I'm really, really excited.
But she is happy in life.
She is happy in life. being
we
single.
said that.
Yeah.
She is
See,
happy.
don't add the, what is it called? When you add on
Context.
the prefix. No.
Why? But why can't you not
Don't,
be happy
don't
being
add
single?
it. Don't add
Yeah.
the longer part.
All the single ladies we have, Katrina Kaif is happy.
Yes.
We can say that.
No, the point is that I'm happy. It doesn't matter whether I'm
Whether you're
married
single-
or single.
single.
That's
Correct.
the point that I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
The Zen mode. Katrina is
Not
happy.
Zen, not Zen. It's just
Guys,
that
this film is not.
it's fine.
Relax, huh?
It's fine.
You girls are talking. Are you having issues? If you are having, we can have this conversation separately because.
Because Ali's gonna
Yeah.
give you his number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel Ali is that person that you should go to when you have issues.
Yes, please.
He right now is, but no, I am going to take this offer of his and probably give him a call
Please,
later. But
please.
I think it's great. Okay, we'll quickly end it by playing a very cliched sort of BFF quiz, but I hope that I get interesting answers out of it.
Okay. You have a hamper for this?
No, but you're going to.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we don't give speakers or hampers here because we are doing it for the craft.
Okay.
For the good film that we have here, for the
Okay,
love of it.
Okay, great.
I'm sure we'll get more honest. Or do you want some speakers or something?
We'll do it.
I'll take
We'll do it. There you go. See? Okay. A very, very simple question. I'm sure you've answered 100 times. First, who should I go first with? The BFF
Katrina.
quiz.
Katrina,
Okay,
ladies
Katrina,
first.
who's right now, if I say favorite actor, it's going to be complicated. Who's right now someone Ali really looks up to as an actor from Bollywood? A film that he's enjoyed currently and an actor that he likes currently. Because when you say actor, there are too many. Currently, who have you seen Ali talk most about as an actor?
You know, we don't talk about films that often.
What?
Yeah.
No, we do.
We do, but not like.
Okay,
not
no,
like,
no, I've got this.
Okay, let's see. You have to decide.
I've got this.
He will decide whether it's
I've got
true.
this. I'll answer for me. He'll answer for him.
Sure.
Ranbir Singh.
Okay.
I think he has commented on his work, also with Gully Boy that just released recently.
Huh.
And a film he talked about recently was also Gully Boy.
Yeah?
Yep.
Is that pretty
Yeah.
much...
Yeah, I like Gully Boy a lot, and I
Huh.
think Ranveer and Alia both were exceptional in the film.
Okay, fair enough. There you get it. What's Ali's most used phrase or word? Or words?
वो क्या है ना?
That's true.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct?
Remember it, that what is one film from your filmography that he hands down think you were amazing in?
जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा.
That's true?
Yeah.
That's one your favorite?
Yeah, and Rajniti.
Something that Katrina really dislikes.
Something that Katrina really dislikes.
Yeah, it can be, you know, like a place, or anything.
Like if she says something and you don't answer back. Really, she needs to get a reaction for everything.
So basically you have to instantly reply back to
Yeah.
Katrina.
Or you have to react. She'll throw something at you. You have to react. If
You can't ignore her. Okay, what is Katrina afraid of?
Can I skip the question or not? I think we're all afraid of our insecurities. So
So you're saying she's afraid of being insecure.
yeah, I think as an artist, that's what keeps you going. Every artist.
Katrina is like, okay, okay, this is like very, very, I don't know, it can be anybody. Katrina's favorite co-star.
Favorite co-star?
Yeah. Somebody who should really enjoys working with.
I think Salman, because she gets to do anything that she wants to do there. She can get away with anything. She wants more line. The lines will be of Salman Khan. She says, Salman, ये 3 लाइन मैं बोलूँगी इस सीन में. चाहे ये मेरे से नहीं. तो तुम मुझसे ये बोलना चाहते हो कि तुम मेरे साथ नहीं रहना चाहते. वो Salman has to say, मैं तुम्हारे साथ नहीं रहना चाहता. So Salman is standing quietly. He says, तो तुम मुझसे ये बोलने आए हो कि तुम मेरे साथ नहीं रहना चाहते. Because according to her performances is according to the number of line the actor says.
You feel he is not your favorite co-star, Salman?
No, I think he's an incredible
And you
person
don't
to
like
work
taking
with.
all the lines away from
I do like lines.
कटरीना का बस चले तो वो जो वहाँ पीछे ड्राइवर खड़ा है उसकी लाइन भी ले ले
वो भी दे दो.
कि आप बोलना चाहते हैं ना कि हमें गाड़ी में बैठना है हम बैठ रहे हैं गाड़ी में आप खड़े रहिए वहाँ चुपचाप.
Basically, I like talking, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
And if I don't have something to say, then give me lines.
Right.
There you are. Formula is very, very simple. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Before I get murdered by Zikar listening, I had too much fun. Sorry, I did stretch this interview a little bit, but I had too much fun, guys. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
They might have, one person might have failed the BFF quiz terribly here, but I think the other person sort of makes up for knowing the other person. I want to say that thank you so much and continue making such films. We want to see more of these.
Thank you. Thank you.
Once again.